Okay, so today we will take second example based on structure. The problem statement is write a C program to create a structure employee. That means we have to create structure for employee having data members or elements employee ID, employee name and employee salary. Then scan the information for 5 employees. We have to scan the information or initialize the 5 employees information. Clear? Scan or initialize in main function. This activity is done in the main function, that is initialization of 5 employees. Next, and display this information. What is the information? Employee ID, employee name and employee salary of 5 employees. That information is displayed using user defined function display. So we have to create new function. Instead of main, we have to create our own function, that is display, and pass whole structure to that function as an argument using pointer. Means we have to pass structure variable to that display function using pointer. Okay, so first start from including header files. Include 2 header files, that is hash include stdio.h, that is first header file. Second hash include con io.h. Next part. What is the next part? Declare or define the employee structure. So how to define? For that, write keyword struct, then name of the structure. What is the name of the structure? Employee. So write employee, that is name of the structure. Name. Body of the structure contains what? Data elements of the structure or structure's data members. So there are 3 data members. First, employee ID. Okay, so choose the data type. What is the data type of employee ID? Integer. So write data type integer and give semicolon. Next data member is employee name, emp name. So what is the data type for employee name? That must be character array. So data type is character array. Array must have some size. So give some size, suppose 30 characters. Next is the employee salary. emp salary, and which must be in the float. Okay, so write float emp salary. These are the data members of structure. Then complete the structure by using curly brackets. This is called as whole structure definition. Clear? Okay. Next part. Write semicolon here. Or there is another way. We have to create structure variable. This is called as structure data members or structure elements. Okay. After completing this curly bracket, give name of the structure variable here itself. It is also allowed. Okay, that is how many employees you want? 5. So create employee array here itself. Suppose emp 5 and then write semicolon. So this is also allowed here. So this is whole structure definition and this is called as structure variable declaration. What is the structure variable name? emp5. This is the name of the structure variable, and what is the data type? Struct emp. Clear? There are different ways to declare structure variable. This is the one way, or you can write struct emp EMP5, employee 5. Okay, that we have already studied. Clear? That is another way. Or third way, you can declare structure variable inside the main function. That is third way. Clear? What is the difference between that? Only difference is the scope. If you declare structure variable above the main function, then the scope of this variable is global. Okay, clear? So we can declare here also, or just we can give semicolon. Okay, that is only structure definition. So first part we have created, that is create a structure for employee with elements employee ID, employee name and employee salary. That part we have to clear. Next, what is the next part? That scan the information for the 5 employees in main function. So create next function, that is main, void main. Clear? Main function is also user defined function, not a built-in function. Printf, scanf, these are built-in functions, but main function is a user defined function. Clear? Because whatever may be the body of main function, that body is defined by user as per the user's requirement. So main function is also a user defined function. Clear? So create main function. Okay, and after that we have to create objects or structure variables. Next statement is struct emp or employee. Okay, this is called as data type name. This is the data type. This is the data type. And now we have to create objects, means structure variables. These are structure data members and structure variable. So this is data type, then structure variable. How many employees? 5. So you can write E5. So E5. Okay. This is called as structure variable, and it is an array of structure variable. How many elements are there? 5 elements. For 5 elements. Clear? So first declare the structure variable. This is called as the declaration. Now what is the next step? Scan the information for 5 employees. This statement reserves the space. Okay, the declaration part reserves the space on the RAM. Now what is the scope of that E5? Scope of E5 is inside the main function. So it is a local variable. And space is reserved on which partition? Stack partition on your RAM. Clear? This declaration only reserves the memory. Now what we want to assign the value to that employees. That is, what is the name of the employee, what is the employee ID, what is the salary of that particular employee. Clear? So scan the information. For scanning, use printf and scanf statement. So first use printf statement, printf double quotes employee ID. So enter employee ID, then /n for next line. That means cursor goes to the next line on command prompt. Okay. Next, scanf. Now, what is the data type of employee ID? In. Okay, that means write %d double quotes complete comma. Now scan the information using structure variable, that is E of 0 dot employee. Okay, so use ampersand because it is an integer data type. If it is character array with string, then no need to write ampersand in scanf statement. So %d comma ampersand of E of. Okay, so if first information, first employee is employee ID. So what? E of 0. Dot. Now dot operator is used for accessing structures data members. So use dot operator. Why dot operator? Because this is a structure variable. Understood? This is structure variable and this is a simple structure variable. It is not a pointer type. Is it pointer type? No. It is not a pointer type. So for accessing data members of the structure using structures simple structure variable, then use dot operator. So use E of dot. What? EMP ID semicolon. This is first step. Next, printf. Next, what we want to scan? Employee name. So enter name /n double quotes complete. After that, scanf %s for scanning string. Clear? Now, no need to write ampersand. Just write E of 0. Okay, for first employee. But we don't write 0 here because we want to scan 5 information of 5 employees. So use loop. Okay. So E of what? Employee name. So write same EMP name. बघा एकदा मी क्लिअर करतो. व्हेरिएबलचं नाव, स्ट्रक्चरच्या व्हेरिएबलचे नाव जे इथे दिलेलं असेल ॲज इट इज हे सेन्सिटिव्ह तसंच लिहिणं गरजेचं आहे. हां, डबल कोट्स मध्ये दिस इज द मेसेज, दिस इज ओनली द मेसेज. ओके, तिथं तुम्ही एंटर नेम लिहिलं तरी चालेल, काही प्रॉब्लेम नाही. पण जेव्हा व्हेरिएबलची व्हॅल्यू स्कॅन करणार आहे तिथं ईएमपी नेम जे इथं असेल, ईएमपी नेम जसं असेल तसंच लिहिणं गरजेचं आहे. क्लियर? ओके. नेक्स्ट, थर्ड, printf what? Salary. Enter salary /n double quotes complete. Then scanf %f for float because data type is float. Okay. Next, now use ampersand E of EMP salary. Okay. Now these statements we want to repeat 5 times for 5 different employees. So use loop. That is control statement. Okay. We want to use loop here. So write loop. So use any loop. For loop. For I is equal to 0, I less than equal to 4, I plus plus. Clear? All these 6 statements is inside the for loop. Complete that for loop. Then next thing, you use I as a variable. So declare that variable at the first line. Main integer r. Clear? Declare it. Next, that is now scan information of 5 employees in main function. That part is top. Okay, we scan the information of 5 employees. Okay, then whatever index E of r, then change E of r. E of r means what? Now loop get executed. How loop get executed? First, I is equal to 0, initialization. Then 0 less than equal to 4 condition true. Then cursor goes to the inner body of that for loop. So what is the first statement? Enter employee ID. Then scanf %d means cursor is blinking for taking values from user, and where that value is stored, address of E of 0 dot employee. Clear? And all these employee memory management is done on the RAM, on the stack memory, because scope of the variable is inside the main function. So stack memory is reserved. So what is the memory management? I will show you. This is your RAM, random access memory. On that, how many employees? E of. Now, E of first, that is E of 0 dot, what is emp id, then E of 0 dot emp name, then E of 0 dot emp salary. Okay, this is the memory management for first E of 0. Like that, that means this is hold for E of 0 employee, that is first employee record. This is the memory management. This is reserved. This space is reserved on RAM when you declare the variable. That is done at the time of compilation itself. Compiler reserves the memory for E of 5. Okay, clear? This is first. Similar way for second, third, fourth, and fifth. Okay, so just I will show for fifth record, that is E of 4 dot emp id, then E of 4 dot emp name, and last one E of 4 for emp salary. Okay, that much memory is reserved. Similar way, E of 1, E of, this is for E of 1, this is for E of 2, and this is for E of 3 employee. Clear? Okay. Next, when you scan the information, loop is executed as per you enter the information. That information is saved here. Suppose employee ID is 1, name is XYZ, and what is the salary? Suppose 10,000. So this information is stored at this location when you scan the information at the runtime. When you run the program, this information is saved at this particular memory location for 5 different employees. Okay, that much task is over. Now, next part. What is the next part? And display this information. So whatever may be information you scan by the scanning statements, you want to display that information where? In display function. So we want to create our own function. What is the function name? Display. So this is a main function. This is all about main function. Suppose here we complete the main function. Okay, this is the completion of main function. So write get ch. Okay, that is the last statement of main function. Now what we want? We want to create our own function name as a display. Okay, so this is the argument list, and first before the name of the function, what is there? Return type. So what is the return type? That function does not return anything, because what is the use of display function? To display the information of 5 employees only. Okay, that function does not return anything to main function. So what is the return type? Void. So return type is void. Now what is the argument list? So what is the argument list? That is how to pass data to this display function. Okay, data is scanned by which function? Main. बघा मेन फंक्शन काय केलं? 5 एम्प्लॉयीची इन्फॉर्मेशन काय केली? स्कॅन करून घेतली. आणि कुठे आहे ते? मेन फंक्शन कडे आहे. कुठल्या व्हेरिएबल मध्ये आहे? E of 5. ऍक्च्युअली म्हणजे काय? E of 0, E of 1, E of 2, E of 10, E of 4. याच्यामध्ये ऍक्च्युअली काय आहे? तुमची इन्फॉर्मेशन स्टोर्ड आहे. आता ती स्टोर्ड इन्फॉर्मेशन कुणी पास केली पाहिजे? मेन न. कुणाला? डिस्प्ले फंक्शन. बरोबर आहे? आणि डिस्प्ले फंक्शनचं काम काय असणार आहे? डिस्प्ले दॅट इन्फॉर्मेशन ऑफ 5 एम्प्लॉई. पण त्याला काय पास करायचं आहे? स्ट्रक्चरचा व्हेरिएबल म्हणजे की पास करायचा आहे. हा E0, E1 हे पास करायचं आहे. पण कसं पास करायचं आहे? बाय युजिंग पॉइंटर. म्हणजे स्ट्रक्चर व्हेरिएबल पास करायचा आहे फंक्शनला. पण कसा पास करायचा आहे? युजिंग पॉइंटर. लक्षात येतंय का? क्लियर? म्हणजे मला इथं काय केलं पाहिजे? तो स्ट्रक्चरचा व्हेरिएबल कॅच केला पाहिजे पॉइंटर मधला. ओके, म्हणजे डेटा टाइप काय आहे त्या स्ट्रक्चरचा? स्ट्रक्ट एम्प्लॉई. ओके, कसे येते? आणि इथं मला काय यूज करायचं आहे? पॉइंटर. इथं मला काय आलं पाहिजे तुमचं? पॉइंटर. हा इथं असला पाहिजे. स्ट्रक्चरचा व्हेरिएबल सिंपल नाही, स्ट्रक्चरचा कसला व्हेरिएबल पाहिजे? पॉइंटर टाइप. तुम्ही नाव काय पण द्या. सपोज मी नाव देतो, सपोज p. चालेल, नो डाउट. काय नाव दिलं तिथं मी? क्लिअर. म्हणजे हा कॅचिंग व्हेरिएबल झाला. आता मला ही इन्फॉर्मेशन कुणी पास करायची आहे? या फंक्शनला, डिस्प्ले फंक्शनला इन्फॉर्मेशन कुणी पास करायची आहे? मेन फंक्शनला पास करायची आहे. म्हणजे मला ती दिली पाहिजे. माहिती काय दिली पाहिजे? मेन न डिस्प्ले फंक्शनला दिली पाहिजे. आणि देण्यासाठी मला काय केलं पाहिजे? डिस्प्ले फंक्शनला कॉल केला पाहिजे. काय केला पाहिजे? कॉल. आता हा फंक्शन कॉल इथे द्यायचा. हा फंक्शनची डेफिनेशन झाली. फंक्शनचा कॉल. व्हॉट इज द फंक्शन कॉल? डिस्प्ले. ओके, फंक्शन नेम. आणि काय असतं? ऍक्च्युअल आर्ग्युमेंट. इथं काय पास करायचं असतात मला? ऍक्च्युअल आर्ग्युमेंट. इथं काय असतात? फॉर्मल आर्ग्युमेंट. दिस इज द फंक्शन कॉल. कॉल करून मला काय द्यायचे डिस्प्ले फंक्शनला? मला म्हणजे कोणाला? मेन फंक्शन. डिस्प्ले फंक्शनला काय पास करणार आहे? जिथं सगळी इन्फॉर्मेशन मी स्टोअर करून ठेवली आहे. कुठल्या व्हेरिएबल मध्ये? e ऑफ 5. पण कशी पास करायची? थ्रू पॉइंटर्स. म्हणजे मला मेन मध्ये अजून एक काय तयार केलं पाहिजे? स्ट्रक्चरचा पॉइंटर टाइप व्हेरिएबल. लक्षात येते का? म्हणजे आपण इथे एक स्ट्रक्चरचा पॉइंटर टाइप व्हेरिएबल तयार करूया. सो बघा, मी इथं तयार करतो बघा. स्ट्रक्ट एम्प्लॉई झाल्यानंतर चला स्ट्रक्ट एम्प्लॉई 5 एम्प्लॉईचे ऑब्जेक्ट्स तयार केले किंवा व्हेरिएबल्स तयार केले. त्याच्यानंतर काय क्रिएट करायचा? स्ट्रक्चरचा पॉइंटर टाइप ऑफ व्हेरिएबल. कसा तयार करायचा? स्ट्रक्ट एम्प्लॉई. ओके, सपोज पॉइंटर e1. नाव काय दिलं मी त्याला? पॉइंटर e1. नाव काही देऊ शकता तुम्ही. सो दिस इज कॉल्ड एज स्ट्रक्चर्स पॉइंटर टाइप व्हेरिएबल. स्ट्रक्चरचा पॉइंटर टाइप व्हेरिएबल. आता त्याच्यामध्ये मला काय केलं पाहिजे? ऍड्रेस. पॉइंटर मध्ये काय सेव्ह करतात? व्हॉट इज द यूज ऑफ पॉइंटर्स? टू सेव्ह ऍड्रेस ऑफ अनदर व्हेरिएबल ऑफ सेम टाइप. म्हणजे e1 मध्ये काय स्टोअर करता येईल? ऍड्रेस स्टोअर करता येईल व्हेरिएबलचा. पण कुठल्या व्हेरिएबलचा? स्ट्रक्ट एम्प्लॉईचा. इंटचा ठेवता येईल का मला ऍड्रेस? नाही ठेवता येणार. फ्लोटचा स्टोअर करता येईल का? नाही. कशाचा सेव्ह करता येईल? सेम टाइपचा. हा कसल्या टाइपचा पॉइंटर आहे? स्ट्रक्ट एम्प्लॉई पॉइंटर. तर e1 मध्ये कशाचा ऍड्रेस स्टोअर करता येईल? स्ट्रक्ट एम्प्लॉईचा. ठीक आहे. म्हणजे इनिशियलाइज करा. e1 इज इक्वल टू ऍड्रेस ऑफ. आता e1 मध्ये कुणाचा ऍड्रेस स्टोअर करायचा आहे? e ऑफ 0. फर्स्ट एलिमेंटचा, फर्स्ट एम्प्लॉईचा. म्हणजेच काय? e ऑफ 0. सिंपल. क्लिअर? अंडरस्टूड? तर मी काय केलं? एक स्ट्रक्चरचा पॉइंटर टाइप व्हेरिएबल तयार केला. त्या स्ट्रक्चरच्या पॉइंटर टाइप व्हेरिएबल मध्ये ऍड्रेस स्टोअर केला. कुणाचा? पहिल्या एम्प्लॉईचा. सगळ्या एम्प्लॉईचा एकत्र स्टोअर करता येणार नाही ना. तर कुणाचा बेस ऍड्रेस स्टोअर केला? पहिला. सपोज ऍड्रेस आहे 100. त्या आहे त्याचा बेस ऍड्रेस 100 फॉर एक्झाम्पल. नाउ व्हॉट इज द मेमरी मॅनेजमेंट? बघा, पॉइंटर आहे, व्हेरिएबल आहे. व्हेरिएबलला काय असणार आहे? मेमरी मॅनेजमेंट होणार आहे. कुठं होणार आहे? रॅम. सो हियर e1 काय आहे तुमचा? पॉइंटर टाइप व्हेरिएबल. त्याच्यात काय सेव्ह होणार आहे? ऍड्रेस. कुणाचा ऍड्रेस? ऍड्रेस ऑफ e0. म्हणजे कुणाचा? e0 म्हणजे काय करणार आहे? 100. सो दिस e1 पॉइंट्स टू e0. क्लियर? This whole block's name is e0. Understood? Okay. Next part. Now pass e1 to this function call. What we have to pass? e1. Okay. And what is e1? Structures pointer type variable. Structures pointer type variable. And what is our question? Pass structure to the function using pointer. Understood the meaning? So we can pass structures variable. This is not a simple variable, it is a pointer type of variable. Okay, so this variable is cached where? In pointer p. So p, for p there is another P. So now what P contains? E1. E1 means what? E1 contains address. What is the address? 100. That 100 address is copied to P. Means now what is the value in the P also? And this P is also pointing to now E0's base address. Understood? Okay. Now next part. What is the function of display? We want to display the information of the 5 employees. So write the statement, just printf. Printf. What we want to print? First, employee ID is equal to percentage D double quotes complete comma. Now P. How we can access the data members of the structure? Using pointer type of variable. So use arrow operator. Means P arrow employee ID. Next, printf name is equal to percentage S double quotes complete P arrow EMP name. Next, printf salary is equal to percentage F double quotes complete comma P arrow EMP salary. Okay, then how many times we want to execute this? 5 times. Okay, so use for loop for I is equal to 0, I plus plus, I less than equal to 4 condition, then I plus plus. Okay, declare integer I in display again. Okay, because it is a local variable to display function. Next, now this executes. How it executes now? P arrow employee ID. Now what is the address in the P? 100. 100's employee ID means 1. Okay, it is printed. Then P arrow employee name. So P arrow employee name. What is XYZ? Then P arrow salary. EMP salary. What is 10,000? Okay. Now I plus plus means I becomes 1. 1 less than equal to 4. Condition true. Next, employee ID. So again, what is the address? 100 itself. Now we want to increment that address. That is pointer incrementation. How we can increment pointer? P plus plus. After completion of that, now what is the meaning of that? P plus plus means now suppose this is address 100 to 135, that is last. Because for one employee, how many bytes are reserved? 30 plus 4 plus 2, 36. Means starting address is 100, so last address is 135. Next employee's address starts from 136. When you increment the pointer, P plus plus means pointer is incremented by one block, not by one address location. Means 100 and 101. No, one block location. लक्षात येते का? आता मी सांगितलं एक रूम न पुढे जा, मी पुढे जा, कुठे जा? एक रूम न पुढे जा, म्हणजे ही रूमचा सगळा स्पेस सोडला पाहिजे आणि नेक्स्ट ला पॉइंट केलं पाहिजे, नेक्स्ट रूमला, क्लासरूमला. समजतंय का? एक बेंच न पुढे जा, म्हणजे फक्त एक बेंच न पुढे जाशील, पण एक क्लासरूम न पुढे जा. P प्लस प्लस, कारण P मध्ये कुणाचा ऍड्रेस आहे? एका एम्प्लॉईचा, होल एम्प्लॉईचा बेस ऍड्रेस. आणि जेव्हा P प्लस प्लस करतो तेव्हा तो एका ब्लॉक न पुढे जातो, एक टोटल ब्लॉक. म्हणजे किती ऍड्रेस येणार आहे P मध्ये? 136. नाउ पॉइंट्स टू द 136 location. So whatever may be the data there, that is displayed by this statement. Okay, likewise 5 times this get incremented and 5 employees record will display. So this is somewhat complicated problem statement. Clear? So in this problem statement, which topics are covered? First, structure. Clear? Structure topic is covered. Then what? Pointer. Second chapter is pointer. Then function. Function topic is also clear. Third, loops are used, that is control statement chapter get covered. Clear? Next, printf scanf means IO operations are clear. Okay, so this is the combination of all syllabus of CP, computer programming. Clear? So how we can use, that is most important. So at least you can write this part, then main function, then scanning out the information, then use the proper loops, closing of proper loops, then create the user defined function display, pass the argument must be pointer type, so there must be pointer p, then void operator because it does not return anything, so return type is must void, then use arrow operator because we can access the structures data members using pointer type structure variable, so use arrow operator. Understood? Okay, so today we will stop here.